Hi everyone, welcome to our tutorial for today. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time of joining us, kindly click the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on the notification bell so as to be notified anytime we drop a new tutorial. So in today's tutorial, I'll be talking about how to draft a full scale bodice. We are drafting a full scale bodice with bustier effect. So that is, we are drafting a straight blouse in a layman's language. So we are drafting a straight blouse. So these are the measurements we'll be using for the drafting. The back is 14 inches, the bust of the person is 31 inches, the underbust 27 inches, waist 26 inches, and the upper hip of the person is 34 inches. The length of the blouse is going to be 22 inches. Now I've done the calculation of my bust allocation. So my bust allocation, I've calculated this. So my front bust is 8.25, 7.25 for the back. Now if you don't know how to calculate this bust using this bust allocation, you should go to our previous videos on how to draft a basic bodice. So explained how to draft and how to calculate your bust, using how to calculate the bust allocation, the front bust and the back bust. So let's get right into today's tutorial. So our back is 14, so I'll be doing 14 divided by 2. I'm going to mark it out. So that's 14 divided by 2. So I have this right here. Okay, so my neck width is 3 inches. My basic neck is 3 by 3, right? 3 wideness, and the depth also 3. So I'm going to join this like this. So from this neck now, on my shoulder line, I'm going to step down by 1 inch to have my slant shoulder. So I have this, and also to get my armhole depth, I'm going to divide my shoulder divided by 2, whatever I get. So my shoulder is 14 divided by 2 is 14. So for this person, the armhole depth is going to be 7. Next, I'm going to mark my nipple to nipple line. The nipple to nipple of this person is 6 inches divided by 2, that's 3 inches. So I'm going to mark it down. Then I'll connect it in a straight line. So this is what I'm going to have. The next I'm going to do is I'm going to measure my shoulder to bust, my shoulder to under bust, and my shoulder to waist measurement. So my shoulder to bust is 8.5. I'll mark it here. To under bust 11.5. To my waist, that's the half length, 16, and the blouse length is 22. So I have to extend this line a little bit. So then I'm going to mark out the line. Make sure what you are marking out is straight. So this is what I have here. Then I'm going to impute my waist. My front bust is 8.25. I'll mark my 8.25, which is going to be here. My under bust is 7 after dividing. So this is my under bust. My waist is 6.75. Now don't forget, when we are drafting our basic bodice, I said for that input, for us to have a perfect bodice, I'll take my bust measurement down so as to know what exactly I'm going to take in as my dart. So I'm going to mark my dart. My bust is 8.25, so I'm going to mark it to the waist 8.25 so as to know the exact measurement I'm going to use as my dart input. So I've marked this now. Then to take in my dart, to know what to take in as my dart, whatever is here is what I'm going to use as my dart. So for this one now, I have 1.5, so I'm going to share the 1.5 to both sides. So I'm going to use 0.5 here and 1 inch on this side. For the underbust is 1.25, so I'm going to use 0.5 here and the remaining on this other side. So this is what I'm going to use as my dart, and my dart is going, the waist dart is going to stop ½ inch before the nipple point. So this is what I have for my waist dart, and for the bust dart I'm going to use 1 inch. So my bust dart is just going to be 1 inch, and it's also going to stop ½ inch before the bust point. So I have my bust dart like this. Now you know we are drafting a full scale, so it's going to extend to this place. So this is what we are going to do. Whatever the dart that is here, whatever we use for the dart here, 1.5 is what we are going to take down to this the full blouse length measurement, which stops at the upper hip of that person. So I have 1.5 here, so I'm going to come down also and do the same thing by 1.5 here. Then I'm going to extend the line. Okay, so I've extended the dart line to this blouse length. Don't forget, this is my bust point, my under bust, my waistline, and the upper hip, which is the blouse length. So now I'm going to impute my upper hip measurements. You measure where your blouse length, where you want it to stop. So this stops at the circumference of where it stops is 37, and 37 divided by 4 gives me 8.5. So now with this dart, now how am I going to take in my 8.5? You can do it this way. You can take your 8.5 plus the dart intake here, which is 1.5, plus 1.5, which will give you 10. So you can just mark out 10 like this. So this is very correct. Or you can just come here from this center front, you mark to the first dart leg, whatever you have, you go to the second dart leg and you measure your 8.5 inches. So which is also the same thing. See, so I got the same thing as the first one. So you add your upper hip measurement, divided by 4 plus the dart intake, so you're going to get it here. Now you can mark directly, it's 8.5. If I mark out 8.5 directly like this with the dart, by the time I cut out this dart, it's going to shorten my measurement. So please make sure you add the dart intake here. You make sure you add it to the measurement. So this is what I have. I'm going to join it to the waistline like this. So then the blouse I'm trying to make, it has a cuff on this side, so I'll step up by 1.5 like this. I'm using my French cuff to get this shape. So this, and the last we are going to do, the next we are going to do here is to get our armhole. Our armhole is 7 divided by 2, we get 3.5. Then you step down by 1, so you are going to stop by 4.5. Then you measure 1 inch inward for your front armhole. So place your cuff Now we get this. So we are going to do our underbust tightening. So we marked out what our underbust difference is, so we are going to use this as our tightening. Then we connect it back to the waistline. So if you're able to do this, then you've drafted out a full scale bodice. So this now you can decide to make it a ham, or depending on the style you want to make, you can decide to make it a princess dart, or if you want to make it a shoulder dart, you just mark out the neckline you want to use. So I will use 4 for this one. Whatever is remaining here, you mark it. That's 3 inches divided by 2, then you get your line. I don't want to draw it because it's not what. Okay, so with this now, you should be able to draft out your full scale body. So this is the front. Let's go ahead and draft the back. So we are done drafting. We drafted the front bodice. Now let's go ahead and draft the back bodice. So here we have our back measurement to be 14 divided by 2, 7 again. So I'll just run short. My back neck is 3 by 1 inch. So connect it, my armhole line, join it together, step down by 1 as usual. You connect your shoulder slope, armhole depth, shoulder divided by 2 again, 7 for the cuff in, divided by armhole divided by 2, step down by 1 to get this. And for the back, we are going to step in by 0.5. So you have this. Okay, so our nipple to nipple, to get the dart line, nipple to nipple is 3. So you're going to mark your 3 inches down to get the dart line. Okay, so also we're going to continue to measure our shoulder to bust, shoulder to waist, and the full blouse length. So my shoulder to bust again is 8.5. The front half length I use 16 inches, but I take in 1 inch as my bust dart. So my back length is going to be 15. My full length is 22. Because I took in 1 as my bust dart, is going to be 21. By the time I join it to the front, it's going to make it a perfect fit. So my shoulder to bust 8.5, my back half length 15, and the full length is 22. But because I've taken it 1 as my bust dart, is going to be 21. I'm going to extend the lines. Okay, I'm going to impute to my back bust, which is 7.25. 7.25. My waist. Okay, before then, yeah, the sway back, so that my zip will relax very well on my back. So I'm on the waistline, I'm going to enter by 1.5. Then from the upper center back here, I will mark 5 inches down. Then I'll connect it to get my sway back. Sorry for the omission. It is very important you do this, so that by the time you are fixing your zip, the zip is going to relax very well on the back of the person. So you have this. So it's from this sway back line you are going to take your bust measurement. So 7.25. we have this. My back waist 6.25. so I have this. And also the upper hip measurements of the blouse leg. Okay, before I do that, let me connect this so I will know what I'm taking in as my SS. So I have this. So the dart I have here is less than 0.5. So I'm just going to have it, so the back is going to be dartless. So I'm just coming here to mark my hip measurement, above hip measurement, which is 8.5. Now if you are drafting yours and the back of the person has dart, please don't forget, impute your dart. It's very important. But because of the size of this person, the back does not have any dart, is why I'm drafting like so. So these are our sway back also. From the waist now, you just slant it to the center back on the upper hip line. So it's going to come like this. So all this place, we are going to cut it out. It's not part of our measurement. So this is my back bodice. Now let me draw the armhole cuff. I've stepped in by 0.5. Okay, so this is what I have for the back. So when I want to cut out my back, okay, for the front we step up by 1.5 here for the waist side cuff. Okay, so this is what I have for my back. So I want to cut out the back now. Don't forget to always cut out this way back excesses. It is very important. Don't forget to cut it out. So this is what you're going to have for the back. Let's bring up the front to cut it out also. So this is our front. So this is the front bodice, and this is also the back bodice. So this is our front. and this is our back. So with this now, if you draft it, you should be able to manipulate and change it to any design of your choice, or any design you want to say do. You are still going to have to start from here. So I hope this tutorial is very helpful. Click the like button and also share this video. Thank you.